This is the spec for the module on divisibility. Divisibility. And it's really to make students understand the relationship between prime factorization and divisibility of numbers. So the question might read, all numbers divisible by both 4 and 15, and we'll have to pick numbers that are interesting, are also divisible by which of the following? By which of the following? And maybe the choices are 6, 18, 24, 45, and 8. And so if the student doesn't know how to do this, the first hint they'll give is the prime factorization of both of these numbers. So 4 is equal to, or we could say the prime factorization of 4, prime factorization of 4 is 1, and prime factorization is 2 times 2. And then the next hint, prime factorization of 15 is 3 times 5. So the next hint, so any number divisible by both must have 2, and we could color code it, where this is 2 times 2, 2 times 2 in that color, and this is 3 times 5, 3 times 5. So any number divisible by both must have, and we could color code it so they see that you have to have these prime factors in it. Must have 2, let me do it in that color, must have 2 times 2 times 3 times 5 in its prime factorization, as part of its own prime factorization, as part of its own prime factorization. And then we could look at the different choices. So we could immediately then say, well, we could go straight to the punchline, and we could say 6 is, let me write, the prime factorization of 6, the prime factorization of 6 is 2 times 3. So it is divisible into any number that has this whole thing, that has the 2 times 3 times 5. Copy and paste. That has that as part of its factorization. And that's it. And of course, we have to keep picking numbers and do the prime factorizations. And obviously, we have to make sure that the other choices aren't necessarily part of this prime factorization. So you have to pick out, 8 is obviously 2 times 2 times 2. So it's not always going to be part of this. 45 has prime factors that aren't in this. It has 2 3's in it. 24 isn't going to be part of this. It has three 2's in it. And then a 3. So you can, if we want, we could do all of those choices. But I think this will be enough so that students appreciate how to do this type of problem. And obviously, they will do the prime factorization module before they get to this one right here.